Okay, so we are going to make put together a vessel, learn how to use some calipers. Notice the amount of clay here, small apple-sized clay. Let's center this real quick. Open up here. Now when I open up, I'm going to go a little bit deeper than I did with the bowl, because this piece we are actually not going to trim. And check the depth here. So you can see the depth, not real thick, a little over 1/4 inch. And open up here, compress it, and we're going to make a small little bowl here. We're going to squeeze the clay and guide it, just like we have with all the other pieces. Remember, first pull, don't force it out too early. Second pull, you got to get rid of this clay here, because there's a wedge of clay down there. So you got to kind of push in, push out, and slowly bring that clay up. Do this one more time. Make sure the clay is always shiny. Get rid of any water that's in there. Make sure the lip, you have some clay on there. You don't want it too thin. Come back with your shaping tool. Get rid of that clay down there. And because we're not going to trim this piece, we really want to make sure the bottom looks good. Put a slight bevel on it. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to grab our calipers. Before you use them, sometimes you spray a little WD-40 on there, but make sure that they open and close well. So spin your wheel slowly and measure right there. Double check. Sometimes it's not a bad idea to go put a piece of paper and mark it, because someone might borrow your calipers or you might drop them later on. And take this piece and take it off. Now we're going to throw another bowl, which is going to sit on top of this piece. Now when you open up, this time you can go almost all the way through. You have a little paper thin amount of clay on there. I'll even check the depth to show you. Barely any clay on there. If you were to cut this piece off, you'd probably see the wire go through the bottom. Same thing, you're going to grab that clay, bring it up. Now after the first pull, just take a preliminary measurement so you know how wide we need to go. So we don't need to go much wider. Now with this bottom here, we're going to kind of really bring that clay out. Kind of bring it up. Probably pretty close now. A little bit more. If your lip's not level, make sure you cut it off. Right on now. Get rid of the water. Get rid of any extra clay. All good. So I haven't cut this off yet, it's still on the wheel. This is the first bowl I threw. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to attach this to the top that I threw. Dab a little water in here. Careful about getting water inside the pot because it can crack. Now this is the other piece that I threw, and I threw it very thin on the bottom. I'm also going to score this. Now this piece could easily be thrown by an advanced student in one piece, but the purpose of this assignment for beginning students is to learn how to use calipers and join two forms. Cut this guy off real quick. Let's line up pretty well. The measurements we're on. I'm going to take some soft clay, I'm going to put it in that seam. First I'm going to score the exterior. I'm going to use my rib, clean off the excess. I'm just taking this, kind of bending it with my thumb, using the flat end. The straight end. I'm going to trim the top here. Now this piece we're going to burnish. We're also going to apply the terracage, so save yourself some time and use that rib to really smooth out this surface. There it is. All right. Now if you can, get your fingers in there, kind of smooth out that seam again. Now I'm going to score the top. Add a little water. We're going to put a coil on here. Pinch and press down. Make sure you got a nice, good joint there to begin with. Just a little water here. Now it's going to be unlevel. I'll level this guy. Might have to do this several times. Now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of take this and we're going to push it in. You can use a little more speed when you do that because the clay is not spinning as fast here as it is on the exterior. In the small areas I like to use my pinky. So you can kind of throw up and then compress. We'll level this out again. Now you don't want this lip to be too thin. In my opinion, it doesn't look as good. Make sure it's nice and rounded because if it's sharp, it has a tendency to chip when you're burnishing. Back in here with my rib, I clean up this extra. If I can get this foot cleaned up just a little bit. Now with this foot, there's a couple of things that you could do. I could put it in a chuck and clean it up, or I could just use my finger here, use my rib and kind of clean up that bottom. Wait till it becomes leather hard. I could also take a rasp and clean it up if I wanted to. In fact, we can do that right now. Back with my rib. Now if you get your rib fairly clean, you can apply a lot of pressure and you can make that a lot cleaner.